I tell you, man. You know what that mean? You know what that mean, bro?
I'll tell you
Let's do
what,
this,
man.
show. Let's do this, okay? I ain't fucking around no more. Oh no, it's loud, homie. It's loud. It's loud. Loud fucking song. Loud guitar. I like the guitar. People, it's MCA Ringside Hangout, and it's Erhovig Day.
Yo.
I don't know how to say day in Spanish.
What?
I know I'm Mexican, but hold on. I gotta do that fade. Orale,
Oh,
what's
All
up,
right.
Hovig? How you doing?
all right, get the fuck out.
What? I'm sorry. I watched some Cheech and Chong. That's the reason why I'm doing this. No, man.
All right, okay, you can stay.
Okay, yeah, you won it back with some good old 90s stoner humor. No, people, man.
Oh,
This
90s? What the fuck?
Wait, that's not 90s?
No, man. Well, I mean, which one? Because that shit goes way back.
Okay, well, how far back does Cheech and Chong go?
What, 70s, 80s? Something like that? Yeah, man. Well, don't forget, they have multiple movies, so there were a couple in the 90s.
But I could have sworn they were all in the 90s, man. I don't know what the fuck's up with me. Cause it was Open Smoke was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I could have sworn that was like 1990s. I'll look this up. I'm not saying I don't trust you, but I do want to look this up. Okay, Open Smoke.
It was 1978, bruh.
1978. Brie. I'm gonna look up Brie. No, it's over here. You're right, man. 1978.
Man, we weren't even sperms yet.
Dude, I know. Like, we were trapped inside of our father's like lost boners, man. Like, they're.
Yeah.
You know, I should have known it was 70s. Look how fucking 70s this part is.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's some like fucking end of the day like hippie shit.
Dude, okay, you know, I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be about wrestling, but we are a variety show as well. Okay, so what was the next movie after this?
It was literally called Cheech and Chong's
Next movie. Wow, holy shit. And then Nice Dreams, 81.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Wait, is that really that many movies? Is this... Oh my god, Things Are Tough All Over. Yeah, it's Cheech and Chong again. This is like Madden NFL, still smoking. Dude, are you kidding me?
I told you, bro. They got a shit ton of them.
Oh, I think this was it. Holy shit. Okay, that was it. That's enough movies about weed, you fucking morons. That's a lot. God damn. It's just weed, bro. Like, really? Gotta make that many movies about fucking weed?
Yeah,
stupid.
man.
I'm gonna ask the chat really quick. Chat, what is your favorite Cheech and Chong movies? I'm gonna actually type this in the chat here.
Up in smoke. You
Up in
can't
Smoke,
go
yeah.
wrong.
Who's your favorite Cheech and Chong movies? I'll just put that on here. Probably misspell some shit. It's okay, but it's there. You guys can actually respond to that.
We over here at the Ringside Hangout heavily do support Cheech and Chong, and we do love them very much so.
Yeah, but unfortunately the main host doesn't know shit about Cheech and Chong, but hopefully fucking knows every goddamn thing about them apparently. But it's cool though. I'm actually really glad that you do shit.
And you know the best part about this shit?
What?
I don't even smoke weed.
Yeah, neither do I. Fucking A. But you know what? That's actually not the best part. It's the worst part because apparently we are as stupid as stoners without the fun of getting stoned. So, shit.
Holy shit.
What?
You just blew my mind with that shit.
Damn, yeah, people like that right there was a stoner moment.
Woo! Yeah, man. Damn.
Hey. But that's the thing, though, people, is the reason why we are stupid, though, is that we're not getting high off weed, we're getting high off wrestling, because, gotta tell you, this shit will make you dumb, and it'll make you as dumb as a piece of fucking stone. God damn it. Brie Bella, you weren't here last night. Me and Trey went off on Brie Bella bad, dude. Because this woman...
I'm sorry about not being here last night, but at the same time, not gonna lie, it wasn't that bad of a Raw, but Brie Bella, she just stayed retired.
Yeah, and...
Especially, this bitch should not be trying to do stupid shit, almost breaking a goddamn neck.
Or twice in one match.
Yeah.
Yeah, now granted, nothing like that happened tonight. But, god damn it, don't reward this woman. She's gonna get somebody hurt. Suicide dive is one of the easiest shit to do.
Or herself.
Yeah, or herself. She did hurt herself. She landed on her fucking head. No, not even her head. She landed on her face. Yeah. Wait, is that a okay, he's smoking. Honestly, I thought you were drinking a thing, but then it had a number on the side. I was like, what the fuck?
No.
It's breathalyzer?
No, it's my new vape. My breathalyzer.
I know. It's like, wait, are you about to drive? He's like, oh, I got the wheel for this show. Let me just check if I'm drunk yet.
Oh, I'm about to drive, man.
Sorry,
back to the Cheech and Chong shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know it was quiet for a second. It's the worst rule about podcasting. You always need to keep going talking. If there's any dead air, it's terrible. I'm sorry, I fucked up. But here's the thing, though. It's Twitch, and we're supposed to fuck up because that's what everybody does. But aside from that, I will give you myself undivided and any other attention to water drinks in my house or whatever the fuck it is. No more dead air. Let's go and do this shit. Brie Bella being on 2 shows a week now. Do you think this is going to be something that happens all the time now, or do you feel like it was just for this week?
I think it should have happened right now because I'm getting tired of that shit.
Yeah, because of one thing too, I know this is this is preparation for fucking Evolution, WWE Evolution, and I get that. I think the women all should be on both rosters, and I feel like this a long time ago.
You know, I have a little gripe with Evolution.
Oh, I'm scared now.
No. I mean, you're probably gonna agree with me. Like, I just hate the fact that they're bringing back a lot of like the legend women, and putting them in matches like I don't know, a title belt match.
Yeah, and it did some Brock Lesnar shit all over again, people. Like,
yeah, and the funny thing is, okay, fine, I get it. You're gonna have a whole pay-per-view dedicated to women, like it's nothing but great. You want to bring back the legends? Great. Not in a fucking title match when we already know they're not gonna win.
Yeah. No, that's the thing that's really frustrating because it's like now it's adding a predictability to it, and even if we do something that wasn't very predictable, the fact that we feel it's predictable is ruining the tone of the match.
And what is this shit that Lita is facing Mickie James?
Yeah, which is a match that doesn't make sense. It should have been Trish versus Mickie James, if anything.
Or a triple threat, Trish, Mickie James, Lita.
Or Trish and Lita versus fucking Alexa and Mickie James. I mean, Alexa and Mickie James are partners nowadays. They were on SmackDown partners.
That would have made sense. But at the same time, now they have Trish up against who? Ronda Rousey?
Oh no, Trish is going against Alexa Bliss for some fucking reason. I do not know why.
Oh, okay. I thought she was going up against Ronda Rousey. Who the fuck is going for the title then?
I forgot. Damn, holy shit, I really did forget.
Better question is the title up for grabs?
I know for sure Ronda Rousey's on the show. I don't think she's defending the title. I mean, maybe it's something that we have yet to see. But I could have sworn they're doing like a tournament style thing, like just like with the tag team belts, because Stephanie even said that Alexa's not going after Ronda. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe, damn, that's so confusing, people. That's why you guys should have. And keep in mind, there's 2 things going on right now. They're building towards this overseas fucking thing with the Undertaker and Triple H and the Super Show, whatever. And then they're also building WWE Evolution. But then they're also building Hell in a Cell. We got the whole idea of having one pay-per-view a month is to not have so many pay-per-views. They managed to change it from one pay-per-view or change it to one pay-per-view a month, and then we're still building to 3 different events.
All right,
like
so. I just looked into it. There's only 3 matches confirmed so far. The title matches are up for grabs, but everything is to be announced.
Yeah, it's fucking silly.
So now what we got, Lo Shirai versus Toni Storm from the Mae Young Classic Tournament final match. We got Bliss versus Stratus and Lita versus Mickie James. Okay, so I thought Trish Stratus was going for the title, so my bad on that one. But at the same time, why is she going up against Alexa Bliss is still beyond me.
Because they were like in a video together once, and it's like, oh, like look at them. It's like Alexa's new Trish, and it's stupid. It's fucking
dumb.
If
anything, Mandy Rose is the new fucking Trish.
Oh yeah, for sure. But moving on from that, man. So the Divas, that promo about Naomi tonight was some of the worst shit. Like, come on.
The fucking Iconics, man. What they do to those girls.
I mean, it's like they're doing it. It's so cartoony now that they are losing sex appeal. I used to think, damn, like they're fine as fuck. It's kind of sexy. They're so silly and so heelish that it's kind of a good bad girl thing, whatever the fuck. Even though they're so annoying, like my girlfriend fucking hates them. Like she hates them so much. You know what I mean? And I get it. I totally understand why she hates them. But now it's getting to a point where I can't even say it because I even told my girl, I'm like, well, Peyton Royce is fucking beautiful. Like, I get that. And she's getting better in the ring. Billie Kay is fucking terrible. Like, she's the worst fucking thing ever to happen outside of, like, as far as, like, Nikki, what's her name? Nikki Cross from Sandy. There's no reason why she should still be in NXT and Billie Kay is on the fucking main roster. There's no reason why. Billie Kay has never entertained me even once. Not with her body, not with her voice, not with her promos, not with a joke, not with her personality. Nothing. She does fucking rest holds. That's her whole fucking variety moveset is rest holds. It's insane how bad she is. Lana is so much better than her. But anyways, so they do this fucking promo about Naomi. And then they still kind of like I forgot if they win or not, but like the thing is Naomi did not look good. She got a promo done to her pretty bad, and then for the most of the match, she was getting her ass kicked. And it's like, did Naomi's stock drop that much? Is she really that fucking like no one gives a fuck now? Because I still take her seriously as a champion. I thought she'd be winning the belt soon or something. Like, she's the shit. And yet WWE treats her like she is fucking nothing. And I do not know why. But what do you feel about Naomi? I mean, do you feel like they're positioning her to her worth? Or do you feel like they're not really realizing what they have in their hands and Naomi should be way more fucking, respected?
I don't think Naomi has ever recaptured her career ever since winning back the belt back here in Orlando last year at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I think ever since she lost that belt, she lost her fucking spot. I don't know. Another thing is that a lot of these other call-ups happened. Like Ember Moon came up, Asuka came up, the Iconics came up, all these other women from NXT came up, and then they done threw her into the fucking what do you call it? The
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just,
you know what I mean?
It's wrestling, bro. And
yeah,
that's the thing that's really frustrating for me because it's like when you get into a situation like this, every time something new happens, Naomi just goes lower, lower, lower. I appreciate that she's not losing so bad where she's terrible, but I wish that there was a situation happening where I was like, okay, you know what? Becky can turn heel, but then Becky somehow gets distracted from going after the main goal, which is the title, and somehow goes after Naomi. There's no reason right now that Becky, who has bored the fuck up people as a face this entire time, now that the fans want to be fucking hipsters and say, oh, since she's a bad guy, let's cheer her now. It's so annoying that because of that and because of the fucking fans, that this girl who really had nothing going for her for like a whole 2 fucking years is now all of a sudden a star going against the main championship. That promo today was good with her and Charlotte side by side. That was cool. I like that. It reminded me of a Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar promo when they were feuding with fucking Lesnar and Samoa Joe, Reigns and Samoa Joe and shit. It was cool. I liked it. But at the same time, Charlotte's had her time. They need to stop, like, just rubbing all over Charlotte's balls. They need to get off her, man. Yes, she's Ric Flair's daughter. I get it. But Ric Flair's going to die one day. And when he does, they can use that to catapult her career once again, saying, I'm doing this for my father. Like, she's going to have a few more chances in life because she's Mrs. Flair. So, like, can we stop fucking sucking her dick right now? Like, you know what I mean?
I think the problem is that because she is Ric Flair's daughter, they made her the Roman Reigns of the women's division because they keep giving her the fucking belt. Like who had the belt before her? Carmella had the belt before, and then who had the belt before Carmella?
Oh fuck. No, I think it was Charlotte again. It was Charlotte.
Was it?
Yeah. Or no, she was going to win the belt.
Or was it Alexa Bliss and then she got sent to Raw?
She got sent to Raw, but god damn, that's so confusing.
Exactly, because it's always like every other champion, it's like somebody wins it, then the next person wins it, it's fucking Charlotte. Then she loses it, then she gets it back. It's like, what was that, like, what was it, her feud against, was it her against Sasha Banks that they kept switching fucking belts between each other?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even fucking remember, but,
yeah, they're switching belts and wins in general, like the whole, like, main event on Raw, whatever the fuck, main event on Hell in a Cell, main event on Ladder, main event on Cage, main event, it's like, okay, like, you're doing this so much and you're really squeezing the most you can out of this so badly that it's so obvious that you're just trying to push women because you feel bad for making them look like shit for 20 years. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it comes across as desperate to do women's revolution. It's like, TNA did that great. When Victoria and they call her Tara, but when Tara and Mickie James had their main event cage match on Impact, it was a big deal, and people talked about it for a whole month before and after, because it was that great of a story being built up, and it was taboo. When you have Sasha and Charlotte trade fucking wins and losses for weeks in a row as a main event, it's like, wow, this is no more interesting than Reigns versus Lesnar again. I mean, it's like the same shit over and over again, and that's what's happening here. Charlotte versus Becky, we've seen the, Charlotte as a heel versus her as a face happen like 20 times. We've already seen her, Becky as a heel versus her as a face. We've seen triple threat matches, tag team matches. It's like these two are like bound at the hip. I mean, they're just like tied to each other, and it's like, why are you guys doing everything together. You don't need to. You really don't need to. I don't know what the fuck. I don't get it, Novik. I just don't. But moving on from that, man. And I have some good things to say about the show too. We'll get into that at the end. But like one more bad thing: Samoa Joe versus AJ. You know, Wendy.
Hold on. The best thing that came out of this feud. The best thing that came out of this feud is the actual Wendy's company schooling Samoa Joe on their own feud.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that shit?
I did see it, and it was stupid. I mean, it's like, I know it's funny, and it's cool that Wendy's makes a joke about WU or whatever. That's cool. But I'm gonna say something that no one's gonna like. You know what I really hate in wrestling? Fat main eventers. I'm sorry.
Damn, bro, just fucking kill my spirit.
Mine too. I'm fat. I'm with you. I can say it. It's like when you're a black dude who says the N-word. Like, I'm fat. I can say the F word. So.
Now, I know this, man, but you're making it sound like us fat people can't have ours.
No, dude, I'm sorry, but when you have a whole roster of dudes who are 6'1" and above and strong and big muscles, whatever the fuck, and yet my big ass is coming out there, Wendy, where are you at? It's like, this is silly. I mean, the way he walks like a big fat dude. Every time he was walking, I feel like playing that fucking thing from, Jared Fogel's first Subway commercial. Bum 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 fat fuck. Like, it's embarrassing, dude. And then he's wearing that shit that he wears with a towel. He's probably wiping his off because he's weighing too fucking much. And he's walking to the ring, and he's like, I'm gonna let you know, your kids, I'm gonna eat them. I'll eat them. With his big fat fucking chipmunk cheeks.
Hey, man, he taking a page out of Mike Tyson's book with that shit.
Yeah, like, eat the assholes alive. But, this dude's walking around, he's slow as fuck, and he's just like, and he's always like, breathing too hard. He changes his voice. He doesn't sound like that usually, but, when on SmackDown, he turns into Macho Man, like, let me tell you something, AJ. Your wife, you love your wife and kids. But let me tell you something. It's like, what are you even talking about? What are you saying?
This boy says sounds like Macho Man.
Yeah, it's just like a fucking dog with a chew toy. It's fucking ridiculous. And then like I can see people saying like, you made me lose my championship and you broke my fucking leg. It's like, okay, I would be mad too if my leg was broken. That kind of hurts. I get that. But this fucking dude, his big thing is, you love your family? Oh, you love your family. You feed them dinner. It's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, what's the feud here? The feud is that AJ's a good dad? Is that the feud?
I have no idea.
Yeah, and he's shaking. People, you should see this shit. He holds on the mic and his face gets really red and his fat jowls go and he's just like, AJ, good dad. Like, it's like, and I'm wondering, I thought this was like a rapey feud where maybe he wants to fuck his wife. It's not even that. He just wants his kids to call him daddy or something, apparently. It's like, this is a worse version of the Eddie Guerrero storyline with, like, Dominic.
With fucking Rey Mysterio?
Yeah. And, I mean, the best part about that is when Eddie literally lost his shit, during the match. And, where the fuck is Vicky Owens? Where is he? The whole thing. It was bad. And it actually showed Eddie Guerrero's kind of a fucking dick right before he died. But, yeah, sad. But, this whole thing's going on. And it's just like, I hate Samoa Joe. And it's like when you get guys in storylines like this, and your big storyline that you're building up all day is, oh, Samoa Joe and AJ, man, you guys gotta be here for that shit. They're gonna talk to each other. Ooh, oh my god, what are they gonna say? And then comes out, you're a good dad, fuck you. And then some lame ass fucking fight. It's like, yeah, this is bad. Samoa Joe, hit the fucking gym, or spend that extra time that you're not hitting the gym at creating a character and writing a good fucking promo. But.
You know what I don't understand? Why? I was actually thinking about this earlier when Samoa Joe was out. Why did they fuck up that stable between Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, and Triple H?
Yeah, that was a great stable.
Like, why? You had something there. Why would they fuck that shit up? Like after like a couple weeks, yeah. Like that was the dumbest shit that they ever fucking did. I was like, damn, like. This is actually going to be dangerous. Like, these fools, like, they could have been, like, a better Authors of Pain,
Yeah. And
but then
they all can talk.
A couple weeks after that, they're like, oh, yeah, Kevin Owens, bye-bye. You're going to, like, SmackDown or some shit, whatever the fuck they did. I don't even remember.
Yeah. And then he regretted that decision pretty quick because then he came back to Raw. It was like
Because then they're like, yeah, Kevin Owens, your ass is going back to Monday.
yeah, Kevin Owens was like, dude, I'm dizzy. Come on, stop it.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
stupid. Very, very stupid.
But yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, I kind of agree with the whole Wendy thing. Like, I don't know why it's still happening,
yeah.
but that's WWE for you.
And I think it's also lost the character for AJ. Like, I'm not gonna just sit here and talk about Samoa Joe. AJ is so fucking boring that it's hard to make a promo about him. Now, granted, if I was a wrestler and I'm a fat fuck, I'd be like, you know what? I don't care what it is. I'm gonna stay up all night. I'm gonna be in the airplane when I'm traveling city to city, and I'm gonna build a reason to hate this motherfucker so I can do a good promo. And I don't care about the creative, whatever the fuck. I will take initiative. We gotta do this shit. But he doesn't do that. He lets the writers do it, and the writers are like, well, I mean, what does he have? Soccer mom hair. He likes rap music because he's a white dude and it's weird. And you know, the song he says something about redneck. Oh, he wrestles. Okay, there you go. Yeah, he's a wrestler and he has kids. All right, yep, that's the story. That's storyline. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! So does Heath Slater.
Yeah, and by the way, Heath Slater did a lot more with that gimmick than fucking AJ Styles did.
He got kids, man.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, AJ can't steal that shit. So it's like, yeah, I mean, all he has is in-ring skills. And I'm sorry, but, you know, this is a character-driven episodic TV show, and I just dropped my fucking cap in my water. That sucks. Fucking A. But anyways, you know, it's an episodic television show. You gotta build characters. USA literally says characters welcome, not on this fucking show. Fucking terrible. You know, it's fucking bad. But then on the flip side of that, and we'll get into the positive stuff, The Miz and Daniel Bryan, I'm loving the feud. I love that Maurice is there. I love that, you know, she's like, fuck you. Like, okay, go fucking ass. I like how Miz is being kind of a chicken shit, but not really, because he has the upper hand over Daniel Bryan. I like that Brie Bell is going to be involved now. Even Paige, like, you know, saying...
The one thing I hate about this feud is the fact that it literally almost feels like a continuation from the Nikki Bella John Cena feud. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I definitely see that. But I feel like it's okay because it's still in the within the
they
realm.
could get away with it right now.
Only reason why they can get away with it is because they're all in the same show. Like, you know, the Total Bellas, Total Divas. You know, Daniel Bryan's basically smaller John Cena. And I guarantee you right now, this would have been John Cena and Nikki again, but they broke up. And John Cena's busy turning into the fucking Hulk. So Daniel Bryan's like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
Yo, somebody, man, that boy needs to tell us what he's fucking doing.
Oh, he's doing steroids is what he's doing.
Man, ever since him and Nikki broke up, like, he got leaner, he got fucking bigger, and he's letting his hair grow. I'm like, what the fuck is this boy doing?
Exactly, yeah. No, but it's cool shit that this is, you know, happening with Daniel Bryan. I feel like this is way more interesting than what Nikki and John had because Daniel Bryan, there's a story there. I mean, there's a story that was leading to 2010 with the whole NXT thing, and him hating Michael Cole, and there's so much story there. I fucking love it, and WWE has actually treated this very, very well. And I think, honestly, I don't even think it's WWE like editors and shit. I think it's Miz and Daniel Bryan literally going backstage and saying, "Listen, you're gonna respect this shit.
Like, we're gonna do this way."
Yeah, like I really think that Daniel Bryan at this point has enough pull where he can be backstage and tell them what to do. I mean, or do you feel like I'm wrong in that sense?
No. I think you're onto something only because I know that his contract is coming up soon, and they're probably letting him do everything that he can just so he resigns. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like with the new game coming up, they gave him a showcase mode and everything. I'm like, yo, they're throwing everything in the book at this boy because they're like, we don't want you to leave, man. I mean, we screwed you, but we're trying to make up for that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, a big swerve, like a big ups to Miz and Maurice, because when they did that promo when they were standing inside like the empty arena, I honestly thought that they were gonna get like two small people out dressed up as Brie and fucking Daniel Bryan. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, so this is when the two little guys are going to come out. And they did it. I was like, oh, swerved. Okay, so they're not doing that. I was like, that's pretty, what do you call it? Good swerve. And then I love the fact that how they did, oh, yeah, we're here at this Italian restaurant. 5 minutes later, oh, yeah, we're here. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
They were playing Bugs Bunny real good today, man.
Yeah. No, I thought that was cool too. And honestly, Miz and Maurice have such good chemistry. Like that's actually one of my favorite couples right now. And Dan Bryan and Brie
Yeah,
Bella have good chemistry too. You know who
they do.
doesn't? Nikki and fucking John Cena never did. And it's actually, it goes to show you, like, yeah, of course they have a breakup, but they never had good chemistry. That shit was weird.
Yeah, especially that whole feud leading into WrestleMania 33 with the whole like Miz and Maurice carried that fucking feud. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
fucking like they went in on John Cena and Nikki Bella, and it was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, so,
Um,
and I'm glad they did, honestly. It's like, maybe they actually opened up Nikki's eyes and be like, man, I am just your bitch. Holy shit. But,
she's probably like, damn, maybe I should get me a little bit of that Brie mode.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
It gives me that damn Brian penis. No, but, moving on,
oh
though.
shit, he
Yeah,
went there.
the tag team division. Gotta tell you, I love that fucking match tonight, dude. Holy shit, that was some
Oh the
good
oh
stuff.
the triple threat tag team match.
Yeah, and Rusev and English. I still don't know if they're heel or face yet, and I actually love it now. Yeah, because it's like,
Man, I never knew since day one. I'm like, what the fuck are they?
yeah, and I think, is that starting to work now? Or do you think it's like, no, they need to make a decision on what the fuck they are?
No, it's kind of like the bar. It just it randomly happened and it worked.
Yeah, and
And all it took was a fucking phrase, Rusev Day, and that shit just fucking blew them up. And then it actually brought them together. And then it brought Lana back into it, and I don't know what the fuck happened. It meshes. It meshes quite well. And I'm
yeah.
like, okay.
No, I absolutely agree, man. And then our truth. I thought that
This
Brandon Shay's been doing lately has been like just little shit, but he has been amazing now.
this motherfucker.
Yeah,
He went up to Carmella. Do you know where Carmella is? I'm like,
yeah.
Truth, what the fuck?
No, but he's been doing so many things of that nature, like just saying really funny things and really weird things, and then even to the extent where he says, fuck, I forgot what he said, but he's like, no, you look just like Carmella. You guys got the white hair. You guys look exactly the same, and like kind of like making a reference to like, yeah, like I can't tell who the fuck who's who, Like I thought that was kind of funny. I like the way he even, right before that last commercial break, he literally tells fucking what's her face like, hey, so. See what I just did right there? He's like, what? Or no, he said to Ty Dillinger, actually. He was like, hey, you know what I just did right there? He's like, what? He's like, I just got myself in the main event. It's like, okay. I think our truth is starting to lead towards or build towards the fact that he's not crazy. He has a plan. And his character has a plan. And
While being crazy.
yeah, while being crazy. But crazy is actually is another word for smart sometimes. This motherfucker his character might be a savant. He might really be a big deal soon for little shit like that. Like imagine a guy who acts that crazy or that stupid, and yeah, he's actually really fucking smart. Like that's
Listen, the last time he was high up on the main event, or not even the main event, but higher on the card, is when he lost his fucking mind with the whole little Jimmy thing.
yeah,
And now with the whole thing with Carmella, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what he's trying to do with Carmella, because I don't know if he's actually really trying to like, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do, But today, when he went up to Carmel, I'm like, yo, are we doing the little Jimmy thing again? I was like, because I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
yeah, exactly. What's up, Trey?
What's going on, guys, man? I'm not gonna lie, man. this show put me to sleep.
It's all good, man. Well, we
Thank
can't go over everything again because I'm going to be getting off soon, so you're probably just going to be here to give you a rating. But actually, speaking of that, ratings. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna have Trey go first. Very, very
Yeah,
quick.
no, I deserve it. Cause yeah, man, this show was like a 0.5. Like we gave Raw a 0.5 yesterday, and this show was a 0.5 for me. Cause God dang it, man, I was just bored the whole time. Like the only thing I laughed at was pretty much you guys got done talking about the R-Truth thing. The R-Truth stuff was pretty funny when he confused Maurice for Carmella. Then he told Carmella what Maurice said, causing drama. Then he told Ty Dillinger, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to teach you how to be part of the main event," which that shit made me laugh. Other than that, yeah, I was just bored the whole time. I didn't care about the Becky Lynch Charlotte segment. The Dane Bryan Brie started to open the show. Man, I was still laughing about Brie Bella's botch from yesterday. I was just like, ugh. But yeah, it was just a .5 show for me. I don't know what else happened after that. After the Peyton Royce shit, I was just like, yeah, forget the show.
Yeah,
So everybody kind of gave up. So
my man just like after the Peyton Royce shit, I'm like,
yeah, pretty much. That was me. So yeah, but I guess go ahead, Nick, if you're next, man.
Yeah, man, because we're gonna get this done with the show. For me, yeah, I honestly I give this a 3 out of 5. I'm sorry, I do not agree with Trey. I think that like the second half of the show, which is everything that Trey slept through, it was great. It was actually really, really good. Like the tag team match, I know he didn't watch that because that happened at 6:30 my time. So that it's like right before the main event shit. That tag team match was literally one of the best matches I saw this month. Not like, in the last 3 days, because
I mean, the last couple days, Nick.
yeah, basically, yeah. So no, but like, of August, this was better than any match in August, for sure. I loved it so much. Very, very quick too. And then just the idea of like everyone's basically a tweener except for Sandy. Sandy's pretty obviously a heel, but that was just great. I liked how there wasn't some obvious promo with New Day coming out or the Bludgeon Brothers. It was like, nope, we got the Bar coming out, and it's like, dude, I'm hyped for a non-title match. That's a contenders match to a titles match that you know is going to be switched around to get the guys a rematch from the Bludgeon Brothers. So it's like I am actually hyped for a third tier fucking part of this feud, and I got 2 more tiers to build up to. This is a great tag team division of SmackDown. It's like really fucking good, and it's been kind of okay as of late. But now that New Day has the belts, now that we're done with the Bludgeon Brothers being on every fucking week, because that was boring as fuck. Now we actually got some shit going on, and I gotta tell you, one thing I really like too is for the last 3 weeks, I forgot to say this. I even watched last week. They've been using all the SmackDown superstars. They've done it. They finally found a way. Everyone is doing something, and there's big scale matches of a bunch of fucking people, and lots of backstage stuff. Carmella didn't have a match, at least for the most part until the end. But it's like, R-Truth is still talking to her with Ty Dillinger. I don't need to see a Ty Dillinger match. I know he's still around because he's with R-Truth. Everyone's being built. I fucking love it. The stuff with Paige is not that bad as compared to fucking Baron Corbin and his weird ass. And by the way, I forgot to bring this up. I'm so glad Kurt Angle's gone. I'm so glad. Baron Corbin being the one GM of everything is really making things a lot easier for Raw. And I think Paige is just fucking great for SmackDown. Not even going to make a sex tape joke or anything like that. Paige is actually fucking awesome, and I hope she stays. Anyways, moving on. I give this a 3 out of 5. Thought it was fucking awesome. Hopefully, for the first time in a quiet while, man, just like R-Truth, you're in the main event. Don't call me Carmella, but go ahead.
I'll call you Little Jimmy. But but yeah, no, I'll give tonight a 2.5 out of 5. It was very average. It wasn't as boring as I thought that Trey thought it was. But there were a couple things that I was like, meh, whatever. But the tag team match was pretty fucking amazing. And I do love the feud between Miz and Bryan. We already knew that shit was going to be money. You know what I'm saying? But now that they got the wives involved, it's just getting better and better. I feel like I just can't wait to see what they're going to do next. I feel so bad for the Iconics because they were like so fucking hype in fucking NXT. Now they're like just
blah.
Yeah, and I mean, you say they're hyping Iconics. They're in NXT. They're terrible there too. But we'll always disagree with that.
But what else is there going on? There's really not that much other stuff that we already didn't speak about. So yeah, 2.5 out of 5.
You know what else doesn't have a whole lot going on, Trey?
Uh-oh.
I mean, the midweek chats actually have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah,
talking
you're
about
right,
in the middle of the week. And then Friday will be the Untitled Gaming Show. I believe we're going to be playing Spider-Man. That's what I heard the rumors about.
Did you guys read the reviews of that game?
Man, that game is getting 10 out of 10s everywhere.
What?
Like, God dang it. Last time I saw this for a Nintendo product. But we will talk about that more on the Untitled Gaming Show this Friday on the Facebook page. Speaking of the Facebook page, join us on that Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page. We got awesome stuff going there all the time, as well as the Midnight Chat Attack Amino. Join the Midnight Chat Attack Amino so you can talk to the MCA community. You can ask us community questions that we brought back that we will answer on the Midnight Chat Attack. Join us on the Midnight Chat Attack. 7:30 CST. Got the After Hours run by Nick Diaz. Nick, you got anything for the After Hours yet?
We're going to be doing a bunch of YouTube stuff, and we're probably going to watch the Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay, dang. We're gonna have one big Spider-Man weekend, huh? And then we're gonna turn the clock back around. You get the Raw reaction, ringside hangouts. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Thanks for joining us
So,
very, very much as well. What's up, Hovey?
how was All In?
Oh, well, we're not gonna do
Oh,
that now because I gotta go. But I'm pretty sure it was great because Indy will be Indy, and everyone loves Indy because, hey, gotta like the other shit. I actually read about it. Fuck it, we'll talk about it right now because we're not gonna talk about it any other time. And I will say, I read about it. Didn't sound that good. Trey, go ahead and tell me why I'm wrong. But motherfuckers gotta stop hyping shit up.
Yo, fucking pull that fucking Steven Crowder. Changed my mind. All In. Changed my mind.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But the All In was I've been back and forth on it. 3.5 and a 4, because there was just a lot going on. The pre-show was freaking amazing. I love the pre-show stuff. And then the actual match, I gotta say, the worst match of the night, I didn't really care for Stephen Amell versus Christopher Daniels. That match was kind of weak. Other than that, Kenny Omega and Pentagon killed it. Cody Rhodes, Nick Aldis. That match was okay for the NWA Championship, but props to Cody for carrying on his father's footsteps. I gotta say, another favorite match of mine was Hangman Page versus Joey Janela, which even then, Nick, I gotta say this, man. I've been trying to tell you this for the past couple of days. So after that match, Joey Ryan came out, and he had he was making fun of the Undertaker with the Druids, but they're penis Druids. And I gotta say, man, it's like I had an inner Nick in my head because I can hear you yelling at me. It was like a small Nick just talking to me like, Trey, you like this bullshit? This is why wrestling's made fun of and why people say wrestling's fake because of bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, Lord, I could hear the inner Nick going in my mind right now. And that's one of the issues I had with the show because it made sense to me because it's like with the context with the YouTube show being the elite, I know shit like this happens, but that's something I wish they left out of this show, man, because it felt more catered to the fan base, which even then, the friend I watched it with was kind of like, yeah, well, fuck the people who are going to complain about it. This is for fans like us. And I get that, but I want the show to be more of an open environment for people who don't watch Being the Elite.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I didn't want them feeling left out and stuff like that. And them doing the penis Jewish thing with Joey Ryan, even though it was funny to me, I'm just like, yeah, my inner Nick, he's not happy, man. So that shit would piss people off. And then the main event was pretty fast. It was Rey Mysterio and a couple people from, I want to say, CMLL versus the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi. That was pretty fast, but they had to end the show quick because Marty Scurll and Okada went on way too long, even though that was another best match of the night there. Marty Scurll actually put on a fantastic match with Okada, who, man, I was just surprised because Marty Scurll, normally he's a joke wrestler for the most part, and the whole story has been trying to be him prove himself against Okada, who is the longest reigning NWGP champion, who for almost 700 days. No, it was 700 days. So the fact he is able to put on an awesome match with Okada, just bravo. But yeah, it was a 3.5 out of 5, man. It was just a lot of stuff I did love, but I wish it didn't cater more to our fan base. I think it should have just catered to the whole wrestling stuff in general. So fans who don't watch their YouTube show would have enjoyed it a lot more.
And what people can see right now is I'm showing Pentagon Jr. being a fuck up Kenny Omega, but then you find out, of course, it's Chris Jericho. Here's the thing that gets me mad about the indie shit, is that people love it so much that something that would obviously happen and would happen often on WWE programming, because it's in a different ring that doesn't have WWE fucking logos on it, it's all of a sudden amazing.
It's heralded as the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, and it's so annoying because, honestly, dude, this is nothing.
It was me, Austin!
Yeah, and I mean, something as silly as, when he wears that fucking mask, but yet, the tattoo showing, and it's supposed to be, a big reveal, oh my god, it's him. That's like if The Rock did that shit. You see the big fucking Brahma Bull and all this weird shit on his arm as either him or Roman Reigns. You can't... If Roman Reigns wore a mask, I know it's him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they timed it in a way where, after the mask, the lights went off, which even then, the lights went off for a long while. And then that's when you realize that Pentagon's not on the floor anymore. It's Jericho with the tattoos and stuff like that. So they did time it right. But at the same time, I see what you mean, Nick, that, yeah, it's kind of a typical WWE thing. That's why, to me, it's not a 5 out of 5 kind of thing for me, because it's kind of like I said, they did that was a typical WWE thing, but everything else, it catered to fans who are fans of of them, which I get it because that's what sold the tickets. But at the same time, I think if you're gonna want like All In 2, because that's the rumor right now that All In 2 might happen, you might want to leave that out and cater to the actual fan base or whatever. Like the Jay Lethal thing, I didn't even talk about that. Like Jay Lethal and Flip was a fun match, but they kept doing that whole Jay Lethal switching between Black Machismo, which was a character in TNA when he was copying Macho Man Randy Savage, him switching by the shoulder thing and whatnot. And I'm just like, yeah, nobody's gonna get that unless you watch their YouTube show though.
Yeah, and like even here, like I'm showing this. This is the dick thing with the entrance, and I mean, dude, like Joey Ryan. I know it's a big meme of like he grabs girls by the vaginas and swings them around, grabs dudes by the dick, swings them around. I get it. That's hilarious, right? But it's like this is a world where WWE's makes fun of fucking Nakamura and Jinder Mahal is like, oh, look at my slanted eyes. Hoya, ho, do, 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 do. Everyone's like, oh, Vince is so racist. How dare he do something like that and make Jinder Mahal do that? Oh, God, he hates black people and women. Oh, my God. This dude suplexes people by their genitalia. But it's indie, so it's cool, bro. Like, no, you cannot do that. That's a double standard. Joey Ryan is a ridiculous character. And the thing is, indie people are like, man, is it trending? Fuck it. Money. We got to do something to compete with WWE. Do whatever the fuck you want. You want to just come out with a big hard on, a big hard dick? Sure, because fucking we had to do something. And because of that, people think it's like, oh, they're doing this because they're like being edgy and badass. No, they're doing it because you guys are stupid enough to fucking like support this stupid shit. And it's like, yeah, it drives me crazy. Some of this indie stuff is really bad.
I think the best thing that Joey Ryan has done in a long while is his little cameo on Glow when he faced fucking Alex Riley.
Well, that's not even.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
And that's not even funny. Like we got Bronco Busters. Like it's stupid. Like it's fucking stupid. This is literally like circa 2008 WWE Raw shit where Tori Wilson was doing the stink face and the pussy face. Like this is the same shit. It's literally the exact same shit. I mean, literally, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna have the balls, no pun intended. And I'm showing this on screen again for Trey if you don't see it, but like it's these big white inflated dicks. And they're all in the middle like druids. The thing is, though, what's so fucking frustrating is these are a very cheap, very bad, almost like an Al Snow-like entrance. And I'm like, you couldn't get actual dick costumes. Like, they're not expensive. They're like $45. And
to be honest, Nick, when you just pulled this up, I honestly thought they were fucking sperm.
Yeah, they're right. They look like sperm. Yeah, honestly, dude, these are garbage bags that were shaped like dicks. And it's like,
Yeah.
all you guys had to do was spend an extra like 2% of your budget to get some actual dick costumes, and then it would have been really crazy. And because this is not even funny enough to be a meme. I mean, this is so stupid. It's like no one's gonna talk about this, in a week or so after All In's not a big deal. Yeah, that's bad. I know, like Trey's probably like, well, dude, there's a whole fucking 3-hour show. You should probably talk about the good shit, and I will when I watch it. But it's like, it's just good wrestling, and that's cool. But these characters are all fucking trash. Yeah, this is stupid.
That's why I said like that inner neck in my head, man, and pretty much everything you said was pretty much what that inner neck in my head was telling me. So you're on the ball on what I think you would think of that stuff, because like I said, man, like them doing stuff that like made sense for the YouTube stuff, which like I said one more time, I get it because it's their fan base watching it. It's just that I feel like it should have catered more to like other fans of wrestling. It shouldn't do things like that just because they have their core fan base. Like make it more open so everybody can understand and get their references. Because like I said, like I'm laughing about this shit because to me it's hilarious as fuck. But like nobody else is gonna get hilarious as fuck if they don't understand the context. And context wasn't there. They didn't take their time to explain things. And we talk about this on TNA and Ring of Honor like on Thursday sometimes where like they don't really take the time to talk about the stuff on why things led up to the way it did. Like they only did that one time, and that was with Cody Rhodes and Nick Almas, which I didn't even know that was Magnus from TNA. So it's just one of those things that if they would have just took the time to kind of explain things and flesh things out, people would probably get it. But like and the commentator did a good job with that, but at the same time I feel like there should have been like a video package there because it just didn't make sense without context in my opinion. So
so what would you rate it?
Like I said, 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, yeah. I already said in the beginning, I just wanted to reiterate that, because if you're saying that, I know mine will be lower, so I'm like, oh shit, I guess that's not a recommendation. But I will say that if I do end up working out, either tomorrow or the next day and have some time, I will watch it then. But the thing is, like, I think that's what's good about these wrestling shows. It's always good to have that in the background. It's always good to use it when you're working out. But as far as storytelling and being like, oh man, can't wait for Friday because I get to watch Ring of Honor on Sinclair, it's like, no, it's not worth it. Same with NJPW, same with all this shit. Unless you want to watch good wrestling, which they do have that. It's like if WWE was able to do that, then even shitty WWE storylines wouldn't matter because at least you get the good in-ring product. And they're on their way to doing that. And it's like, technically, they kind of already had that with NXT. So it's like, well, I guess I'll just watch that then, or 205 Live. So
and we talked about this on the show before too. It's kind of like we're kind of back and forth on that, Nick, because like me, I loved good wrestling, which even then, like I said, there is good wrestling here at All In. It's just that the actual segment stuff was kind of like, yeah, it's kind of meh. And that's kind of the thing with WWE does. WWE's always been more story centric and stuff like that, which even in All In has story there, it didn't make sense without context.
Exactly. So with that said, we're getting the fuck out of here though. So with that said, I know I would do some kind of joke or something, but I gotta get the fuck out of here. So we're about to go all out. Trey, Hovig, I am stupid. I know I said I wasn't gonna do a dumb joke, but I did anyways. 3, 2. I'm sorry, Hovig. Damn. 1.
Tag the mother deep in chat.
Fuck all in.
Yo, Trey. Stole your shit, man.
I know. I couldn't even. My SummerSlam was half-hearted.